Hi vinyl community and welcome. This is a long, late, overdue video to Frank 33 without the third RPM video for 50 album challenge. I didn't find this difficult at all. I really should listen to more music rather than just finding it all the time. So without further ado, a lot of this is probably, I would say, stuff I've had from the 90s. So I'll warn you now, if you have a 90s version, I suppose a lot of my stuff is from then. And that's my favourite decade probably, that I couldn't do without. But there's other stuff there as well, so right, okay. Definitely need reading glasses. Right, this is, when did this come out? 1990? This is 1990. Okay. If you imagine The Cure, well, I don't think they were waning in popularity. I think they were growing, but they decided to do this double album called Mixed Up, and it is all dance versions of their hits. And they've got this rather lovely cover for it. So that's that. So I haven't played that for yonks. Never hugely into The Cure, but yeah, these are in no particular order. I think I maybe said that already, but yeah, Cosmic Baby. Thinking about, what was it called? Thinking About Myself. So this is sort of like a German, I think, German sort of techno ambient sort of guy. Mid 90s, 93 maybe. Yeah. No, sorry, 94. Oh, I don't know what to say about this. It does look a little bit Moby-esque, I suppose, but it's not so much sample based or that kind of thing. It's all electronic keyboards and whatnot, and it's actually a really good album. I could also have chosen Sven Väth, but I played him recently. Yeah, Dance Again. This is yeah. This is I don't really have anything by Yellow. I don't think, apart from The Race. But this is, I got this in Amsterdam in a very dancey sort of shop. It's all cover versions, including Cosmic Baby, The Orb, Moby, Carl Cox, The Grid, Jam and Spoon, and it's all techno or dance versions of Yellow. Now, when I say techno, I don't mean Too Unlimited or something. I mean more a bit harder, I suppose, not so poppy. Rob Walker showed this album recently, The Beast Inside in Spiral Carpets, and it's a good album. I just haven't listened to it, so looking forward to playing that one. After that big album, they sort of, you could say they lost direction a little bit, and this is one of a few albums today I'll show that got panned. Critics did not like it. It has a few very long songs on it. Further Away is a very long song. Yeah, and some of them sort of, it's one of these albums where things drift into other things. Like, what do you call that? Anyway, mix. Back to Mine, New Order. From this particular series, this is the only one I have of this. It's got some Roxy Music on there. It's got Donna Summer. It's almost like I've mopped up a few things I haven't got by getting this. Venus in Furs, Doves, Groundhogs, Captain Beefheart. Yeah. Right. Prodigy, Music for the Jilted Generation, with a great cover there. Which side are you on there? Haven't played this, no, not for a long time. And I suppose I should have done. This is roughly 50. I think I counted them out as I was doing. Classic House. Master Cut series. Yeah. Black Great, it's great when you're straight. Yeah. It's such a long time ago, the 90s, isn't it? And I haven't revisited it that much. It's in my mind sometimes. But, this is a follow-up to the debut, and they called it Portishead by Portishead. I've got the Virgin £11.49 sticker from March 1998 on it, so I guess I must have bought it when it came out, I suppose. When it came out in 97. Yeah. It's it's not that classic album like the first one, but only really because it doesn't flow maybe quite so well, although maybe somebody else would completely disagree with me. Yeah. Well, I mean, why do albums suddenly become classics and others don't? I'm not sure. Is it all to do with what the critics say? I don't know. Right, can I show this? I'm not sure. Well, anyway, maybe I shouldn't, but I'll show you the middle bit of it anyway. It's Electric Ladyland, Jimi Hendrix. And just to prove it is here, just slightly show a bit of something. Oh, what a tease. Teasing on a Saturday morning. It would be funny if I just accidentally showed it there and then got banned. Right, some more Naked Flesh here. This is I don't know which album it is of theirs. I don't know how many they did not. This is Edgar Broughton Band. This was actually, a lot of these are like things that I paid for back in the day, but this I think was a £1 find or something. I can't remember. Yeah. Now, I don't really like the Wall, Pink Floyd, but this I bought at the time, and I do like. I can't really explain why, in a way. Yeah, it's Roger Waters' Amused to Death, which is a limited edition 2-album vinyl set mastered direct to lacquer from original analog tapes, and it came out in 1992. And it's a superb album, and I don't have anything else by him on his own. I'm quite happy with that, really. I mean, yeah. I'm a bit fussy with it's almost like there's only a few people that I would have every single album by. It can often just be something I've fallen in love with at the time, an album by somebody, or I just want an album by them. Just one is enough, really. Even if it's just for one song, maybe. Tea's Going Cold. A film I used to like for a while. I was a bit obsessed about it for a while, I suppose. Quadrophenia, The Who. This is a repress. This is a 90s repress. Yeah. Not that you'd probably. Well, you could probably tell if you're, if you're sniffing around in the dead wax, I suppose. Local Boy, done good. This is Wild Willie Barrett and John Otway, and this is it's either their first album or it's a sort of a compilation of all their early singles and stuff, and it's got really free on it. Bert Jansch on Transatlantic. Would love to know what windmill that is. I'm sure it doesn't say here. Not that I'm a windmill spotter or anything, but now, yes, this is the second album compilation, also on Transatlantic. This is Mike Raven, who was a 60s DJ, maybe on Pirate Radio, I'm not sure. I had the first one. This is the second one, cost me £15 from a record fair. It's I haven't explained, it's all old blues. Lead Belly, Jimmy Witherspoon, Sonny Terry, Lightning Hopkins, and there he is with his lovely wife Mandy, apparently. These sort of MR necklaces. They almost look like Jim'll Fix It badges, don't they? Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, moving on to the this is in no particular order. I just haven't played this either. Another 90s album, Tribe Called Quest, and that's the title. It's got Can I Kick It on it, Bonita Applebum. What else is on it? Push It Along. I left my wallet in the second day. I don't usually leave my wallet anywhere. Occasionally a card or something. Right. The logic of this is I just do not play these. Just always play the albums, I suppose. Oh. It's a Manchester City album here. Get Your Ya-Ya's Out, the live album. This is, well, it's original obviously, but I don't know when it's what pressing it is or anything, sorry. Oh, I'm back to the 90s again. This is, I think, the third album. I think does it have a 7-inch with it or something? Yeah, limited edition 1000. Oh, the corner annoyed me. I must have taken a sticker off and it's just slightly. A band called Codeine, very slow, trudgy sound. Trudgy? Fudgy? Yeah. If you've heard Codeine, you would know them. And yeah, I definitely had a period. There's a few more to come where I got into a lot of a lot of 90s bands that weren't really known here, and I ended up having to go to London to get them from your Rough Trade sort of shops and stuff. And I think it was Rough Trade had a shop in Portobello Road. I mean, I don't think it's there anymore. But and the records were so tightly packed in there. Or I ordered them from where I worked. Reverend Autumn Heat, all custom gospel sounds of. Here he is. Don't think he's prosperity gospel. Although he could be actually, yeah. Wiggle Stick. Yeah. Got a couple of albums by him, actually. Don't usually like that sort of, I don't know if it's psychobilly, but whatever you want to call it. Juliana Hatfield 3. I can't even remember what this is called now. It's called Become What You Are. This is 1993. Take yourself back to 1993. Definitely be my cut-off period for yeah. If I was to start an Amish type religion, I would cut off at the 1990s, I think. John Spencer's debut album. It's definitely got something in his eye there. It's called Extra Width, I think, or something, is it? On Matador. And 1991, Metallica Black Album. I don't know why I'm showing it. There you can see. And another 90s album. This is 1992. It's Vanessa Paradis. Probably all written by Lenny Kravitz. But he's certainly got his hands all over it. Or over her. Oh dear. Right, this is Mars Volta. This is. I've actually got a CD of this. This is Francis the Mute, and that's upside down. And I used to have a 12-inch that went with it, and I rather stupidly sold it. It actually was supposed to accompany it, and I wasn't fully aware. I've got this on CD, yeah. Just terrible, isn't it? Playing a CD because you can't be bothered to play the record. Now, Calling All the Heroes was a hit for It Bites, and I seem to remember Eat Me in St. Louis. They had it in my local library, and I got it on cassette, and I really like this album. Flopped, I think, or relatively flopped. I used to play this all the time as well. This needs to have a drag it out and give it a good kicking. Steely Dan, Greatest Hits. Don't think I've got anything else by them particularly, but this does me. And back in the day, an 80s record. Here we go. 87. Bad. Michael Jackson. Mr. Hall of Fame was talking about Michael Jackson in a recent video. And I think should still be here. Yeah, this is how much it cost me. I used to know someone that worked at the distribution. CBS Records, staff sales shop. Michael Jackson Bad. 4502901 catalogue number. Not to be opened on company premises. Served by Fram. £1.80. Got a smattering of CBS Records, and actually often around this area you will find records that were obviously someone at work for CBS has dumped, they've just got rid of, and occasionally there has been like very rare records around that someone's done like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of or something. What you will of this, well, it's basically Greatest Hits, isn't it? Up to well, it's even only the first few years, I suppose, of that stuff, which I prefer. Ron Haggerty, I think, showed this recently, or even yesterday maybe. Beastie Boys, License to Ill. As far as I know, this is my original copy of it. Starting to slide now when they're all in PVC innards or outwards. Radiohead The Bends. Is this going to be a long video? Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Nearly 20 minutes already. Yeah. Just no, not played it in ages. I think it was 2 years, wasn't it? And this one sort of gets forgotten about. This was the fourth, I think, Pixies album, Trompe le Monde. Although I suppose at the time, was this 91? Grunge and all the sort of the American stuff was at the forefront, really. And look at that, those lovely eyes there looking at you. So I don't know whether, people always prefer an earlier Pixies album. Maybe they were trying to be cool. 150 gram Yo La Tengo album with one really long, deep track on one of the sides called Night Falls on Hoboken. We're only about 2/3 of the way through now. Just as well I didn't count them all. Blur, Park Life. Great album, except Tracy Jacks I could never stand. Don't know the girl. Got this on CD as well. I think it's just This album I didn't even pick up back in the day, but I found it somewhere. And this is actually a CBS one, so maybe it was 1994. What's that? 20 what years ago? I used to call this band Chronic Youth, and I didn't know who they were. And then I got into them a little bit, purely for a bit of noise and feedback and whatnot. Horrible sort of cover, I always think. But anyway. Fishbone, and this is called The Reality of My Surroundings, double album. There's a few bands around like this at the time, wasn't there? Like Living Colour. And, this is from 1991. Great sprawling double album, crossing the rock, metal, hip hop, weird, oddball genres. It contains lyrics which nobody would find offensive anymore. The third album, Snivelization, from Orbital, where time becomes a loop, etc. Look at that on the cover, the Walkman. I would always tend to go for green and brown Orbital, or even the one with the box on it. Actually, can't remember what it's called now. Got quite a lot of Neil Young and not listened to him lately. This is when I used to go up to Record Tape Exchange in London. This was £17 for UK reissue, so I would have got it in the 90s. Yes, an 0171 London phone number, and it's a nice copy of it. Oh no, when Pearl Jam had their well, this is the third album they released, and they had a bit of a they were definitely from what I remember, they were very anti-music industry at the time, and this is reflected in this album. And this is a strange album, but I really like it. I mean, it's more cohesive in a theme sort of a way compared to I only had the other first two. After this, I stopped using Pearl Jam. 1994, and it's beautifully packaged, and it's got a booklet, and I think even it's got an art print in it or something. Yeah, so that is Pearl Jam, and I think maybe they weren't. I suppose maybe this is where they dipped in popularity. Like chart, single, pop popularity. This is funny. I was pulling these out and found these actually in the Madonna albums. It's the Greatest Hits Volume 2, and there's Christmas cards or GHV2. Yeah, funny. So this album, I think, was probably the last one I got by her. Although I do like the one with the Madonna, the dancey one. What's it called? Caught Up. The ABBA sample. This is from mid-90s or something. I can't remember. Anyway, I just lost interest. I think really. This is called Bedtime Stories. Anyway, I've got Something to Remember on vinyl as well, but it's just greatest hits really of some of her more ballady songs. So yeah. few funny ones in here. This is the first album by the comedians Alas Smith and Jones, and this was one of these albums like Spitting Image I used to recite with my mates and know off by heart. Yeah, it's got Cray-Tell. It's a joke of K-Tell. News for the Elderly, somebody shouting, "Hello, how are you?" Wrinkle Rock, and that's sort of about old rock stars that were lingering around in the 80s. And now for the football results. Yeah, Smith and Jones. They sat looking at each other head to head. One guy thought he was more cleverer than the other one, and the other one he just wasn't at the races at all. Oh, it was great. another second album from the 90s. Gold Against the Soul, Manic Street Preachers. Well, I liked it when it came out, and you do when you like a band. So after Generation Terrorists, I guess I don't know about in retrospect, but at the time I don't think they particularly liked it, the critics, but I did. I mean, great cover artwork there, as in all of the Manic stuff, to be honest with you. I didn't see the second film, and I haven't seen the first film for a long time. This is Trainspotting. Yeah. So here's the roots of my embarrassing records. This is Soccer to Americans. This is the other world of British football. Flair, 1989. What a great album. You wouldn't have a clue who these people are, would you, if you're not into soccer? Although he's more familiar, this guy. So what this is a double album with a book, and it's all soccer records, usually sung by the team. I don't know if you have an American equivalent, but I know a lot of these songs, and they're not just the big football teams doing them. They're minor teams you would never have heard of. Leyton Orient, Burton Albion, although they're in the Football League now. Irish team, Finn Harps, Wealdstone, that's in Harrow in northwest London. Gravesend and Northfleet, and bigger ones like Glasgow Rangers, Arsenal, Liverpool. Yeah, all beautifully compiled. And yeah, maybe this should be an embarrassing response video, but I haven't played that in so long. But I won't be playing it that loud. Right, now, here's an interesting one. I have the Church's debut album. Is it self-titled? I think so. Well, it's the one where there's a statue that's fallen down, like in the video, and it's chopped. Now, The Skins and Hearts is essentially the same album, but I don't seem to play it. All the tracks are the same, except this has Fighter Pilot Korean War on it. There. I can't remember which track is substituted. At least I'm pretty sure that is what it is. It's just one different track. I think this is EMI Australia. So 2 more to go. Goodness me, half an hour. Hurry up. Right. Second album by Concrete Blonde, Free. I always tend to go for Bloodletting or what's the other one called? Mexican Moon. I don't tend to get the first album's a bit more punky. And last of all, another American band. This is Young Fresh Fellows, sort of pop. If you know They Might Be Giants, this is not as silly. This is more pop guitar based. But I suppose that earlier stuff was a bit more that sort of a thing, writing songs about completely random things, and I liked that. And I suppose I still do a bit. King Missile was another band I never heard of in Britain, but I got into them as well. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed that. That's half an hour. I'm very sorry. I hope it downloads okay. I hope you can hear me. Couldn't get my microphone to turn up. If you didn't, then you've just watched it and listened to something else in the background rather than me wittering. So, without further ado, I'll say goodbye and thanks for watching. Hope this was an interesting half hour. Bye.